day 1 of the Love Yourself 30-day challenge. I'm so freaking excited. Say hi if you're here live, say hi if you're here in the replay, just let me know you're watching the replay. I will come back and answer any questions that you replay folks have put in, so please, ask away, I'm here. So today, of course, like, the complex gardener just started. I don't know what he's doing, but it's noisy, so I apologize for that. Hey Amy, thank you so much for posting your experience with the prompt already. You were a badass and on it this morning. So today's prompt is, what is your biggest struggle with loving yourself fully? Now these daily live videos are for you to ask questions, to grab some support if you need a little coaching on anything. Like if you uncover something and you're like, what the fuck do I do now? Ask me. I mean, you can also send me a DM or shoot me an email, but this is a great place to come. And these daily live videos will be me doing my part in participating in the challenge with all of you, because our self-love can always use a little topping up, right? There's been some hard shit in my life lately, so I figured this would be a great time for me, hopefully a great time for everybody else, all of you as well. Like I said, please say hi if you're here either live or in the replay, and dive right in. I hope it's still connected. It just said it was having some troubles. Let me know if you can still see and hear me. So what is my biggest struggle with loving myself fully? It is loving the physical manifestation of my body. There is more of it than I would like there to be. Yeah, this has been a real struggle for me since I was little, and I look back and I've got some forgiveness work to do, right? Because I was really, really hard on myself for the first, from 9 to 35 or something. It's only the last couple of years I've been a little bit gentler with my body and the way it looks. So that's a really big struggle for me. And now I think you all know, I have MS. I was diagnosed in December, but weight, like excess weight and not being as strong and active as you can be really, really makes a difference with MS. So now I have like this additional thing that in my head it could be, oh, look at you. You're just fucking everything up. You're hurting your health because you're fat and you're eating too much. And so why, you're worthless. There could be so many negative thoughts, and there have been for many, many years around my body. So that's my biggest struggle. But what I don't allow my struggle with my body to do is hold me back. And so, like today I put on a tank top and then I tested the video and I was like, ooh, not loving the way the arms look today. This is making me really self-conscious. So rather than flake on you, I put on a different shirt. I put on my red lipstick. I got out here, right? Something else I do is really focus on what this thing that I view as mostly negative, I try to turn it into a positive, and this can be really powerful. So, let's take my feet. I have really white feet. It makes it really hard to find shoes, especially cute ones. Like, there will never be cute Louboutins for me. Like, my feet just won't squeeze in. I'm like the stepsister in Cinderella trying to jam my foot into that shoe. It's just not gonna happen. But my feet are strong. They've carried me through a marathon. They've carried me through almost 38 years of life. I've backpacked the Grand Canyon with these feet. I was a ballroom dancer with these feet. I can have so much gratitude for these feet, even though there's also stuff about them that's really negative. So I'm trying to apply that to more parts of my body. A coach of mine once told me to stand naked in front of a full-length mirror and just look at myself for a couple of minutes every morning. And so I'm trying to do that and just get used to being neutral even about this issue. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, how can you be neutral? How can you even be positive about it? How can you turn it into being grateful for this thing that you have? And if you're feeling a more emotional or thought-based restriction, like, Amy, you said you feel really selfish. Okay, so where is that coming from? Let's dig into those thoughts. If you're having more of a thought that's your struggle with loving yourself fully, you're not going to be able to shift it until you really dig in and see what it's all about. So is this coming from something you were taught from family or friends, or did you have a mentor who really nailed in this thought? What was it? Was it from external, or can you not find an external source for it? Is it just something that you developed for yourself? Like, I have a problem with putting really high expectations on myself, putting tons of pressure on myself to perform. And I can pinpoint that to some external sources. But I can also see when those sources stopped putting that pressure on me and when I just did it myself. And so it becomes something that I can work on. So when you're dealing with these thoughts, even if they're negative thoughts like, I don't like my body, I don't like the way I look, in my case, when we have those thoughts over and over, they basically dig a rut in your brain. Your brain's full of all those wrinkles, and so we're digging more wrinkles in. And so what happens when you notice the thought, first of all, which is why today's prompt is so powerful, you're noticing what it is, the problem. AA says what? The first step is admitting you have a problem. So here we are. This is not a 12-step program, but we're admitting to ourselves what we see as the problem. And then we're going to dig in to deeper layers, and then you can start to uncover that. So when you notice the thought, it's like you're on top of the rut, or you're higher up in it. You haven't totally gotten rid of it yet, but just noticing it allows you to kind of like pop up a little bit and look around and see, oh, what new rut can I do that's positive? So once you've done today's journaling prompt, really sit with it. Like, if it's a one sentence thing that comes out, great. But then let's answer some more questions. Let's get some more information so that you can have more information at your disposal so that we can fix this shit, right? Like, there's no reason any of us shouldn't be just madly in love with ourselves. I promise you, there's not one of you who's here, who's doing this challenge, who I can't, sorry, Postmates just, I have to turn off notifications next time because it's like available now, the meat sweats. I'm like, okay, that's not relevant. You are all completely and fully lovable, completely and fully worthy, just by virtue of you existing. That's it. And I know we're not all there right now. It's a practice. There are days when I have to yank myself back out of those negative ruts and be like, you exist, so you are worthy, you are good enough, you are lovable. If you get my newsletter, you may have seen my Stuart Smalley video recently, which just delights me to no end. So you're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. And if you need someone to tell you that, let me know, because I'm happy to be that person for you. So do the prompt, really sit with it, dig in and see, okay, this is where I'm hurting myself. This is where I'm holding myself back, because that's really what it is, right? If we're not totally in love with ourselves, if we're not caring for ourselves the way we would our child or our best friend or our parent or whomever it is that you love unconditionally, we got to get there for ourselves, right? The loving ourselves unconditionally is going to make a huge difference in what you do in the world. It's going to make a huge difference in the relationships you have, both friendships and romantic and family. It's going to make a huge difference in you going after your goals and dreams. It's going to make a huge difference in the impact you make in the world. Like, women can change this planet, and we're not going to do it by buying in to all the patriarchal bullshit about why we're not good enough, because you are good enough just as you are. So let's dig into the prompt. Let's do this thing. Post in the group, because then you'll get a prize entry every day that you post about the prompt. And you can share as much or as little personal information as you want. You know, it can be a post about like, this was a really hard day for me, or this was super fun to do, whatever it is. Post, and then you'll be entered into the weekly prize drawing as well as the grand prize drawing at the end of the month. I'm so excited because I love to give presents. Yeah, so I don't know if any of you have questions, like have those come in? I can't quite tell. If not, you can post them later here. Tag me in your posts for the day. I can't wait to see what comes up. Today is going to be maybe a little bit more painful for some people. If you are doing today's prompt and you answer it like, I don't have any struggles with loving myself, then what I would like to know is, why are you doing this challenge? What drew you to this challenge? Because yes, I hope that all of you leave this challenge with no struggles with loving yourself. That is my goal for you. But if you're here on day one saying that, then why are you here? Tell me why, so that I can help, I can move things around for you, and maybe question that a little bit, because something drew you to a challenge about loving yourself more. So if you're thinking you don't have any struggles with it, really dig in and ask, what drew me to this challenge? What is it that I need to get out of this? So I am crazy excited that this is starting. I'm also a little bit nervous because there's going to be some days where I'm here being super vulnerable with all of you. And it's a lot, you know, it's a daily thing, but I'm in here with you. I can't wait to see what happens. So please, please post your experiences in the group. If you're not comfortable with that, like I said, you can do something, you know, pretty non-personal, and just tell us your feelings around the day's prompt. And if even that is too much, send me a DM and let me know. And I cannot wait to see what everybody does. All right, I'll talk to you all soon, tomorrow at noon, right back here. Bye.